Hey everybody, Mrmathblog here, and this lesson is on angles and fractional parts of a circle. Okay, so you're going to need some fraction parts of circles. So there's our common core strand, and our essential question is how can we relate angles and fractional parts of circles? Okay, so let's access a little bit of prior knowledge here. So here we have angle BAC, and so we go angle BAC right there, or we can also call it angle CAB. And since there's only one letter here at the vertex right here, this is called the vertex, we could also call it angle A, okay? So the sides of the angles are called rays, and so we'd say here's ray AB and here's ray AC, okay? And the rays have the same end point, and so the end point is actually the beginning point, but textbooks like to call it an end point. So it starts at A, goes through B forever and ever and ever, so that says ray AB here, and then ray AC says starts at A again and goes through C forever and ever and ever, so that's ray AC. So the books will call it the same end point, but it's actually the same starting point, and that same point A is called the vertex of that angle. Okay, so here we have, you're going to need some fraction pieces to circles here, you guys. So we're going to place, this is a 12th of a piece of a fraction. We're going to place this 12th tip of the fraction piece in the center of the circle and trace the fraction piece. And so we're going to go ahead and slide this up here, and then we're going to go ahead and trace it. So I'm going to put it right about there, and then I'm going to trace it. Now, I've already traced it on the next slide, so I'll just go ahead and click it over right there. So what figure is formed by that fractional piece? Well, here we have a nice little angle right here, okay? And remember, this is a 12th size piece right here that we got. Okay, I probably should have labeled it, but that is a 12th size piece. You should have fraction pieces in your classroom of 12th size, 1/6 size, probably a 4th size, and so on, maybe a half of a size of a circle. So what part of the fraction represents the rays of the angle? Okay, so the straight sides are the sides of the angle right here. So this side right here represents the rays of the angles, and this side also represents the rays of the angles right here. Okay, so what part of the circle is the vertex of the angle? Well, the vertex is right here. What part of the circle is that? That's the center of the circle, okay? All right. So let's label that piece 1/12. So we'll go ahead and label it 1/12. See how I labeled it 1/12? There's 1/12 of the circle right there. All right, and then so now we're going to place another 1/12 piece on here, back on the shaded angle, and turn it counterclockwise. And counterclockwise means it's the direction that's opposite from the way the hands on a clock move. So if you watch a clock ever go around in a classroom, they go in this direction. That would be clockwise right there. So what we're going to do is go this direction. This direction is counterclockwise. It's the other way. Okay, so it says place the 12th piece back on the shaded angle and turn it counterclockwise. So it's going to go right there, and let me turn it here. Turn it counterclockwise. So I'm just going to line it up right there and then put it at the center of the circle right there. And I got to line it up and then trace it again because it says to trace it right there. Oops, I didn't mean to move the circle. Let me move that back there. And I want to move that. I was doing that earlier. Okay, so trace this fractional piece into its new position, and how many 12ths are we going to have? So there it is. It's all nice and traced right there. And we have, here's 1/12, here's another 1/12, so there's two of them. Okay, so there's there's 2/12ths inside of here. So let's label this little piece 2/12ths right here. Okay, all right, so we're going to go ahead and turn the fraction piece counterclockwise again and trace it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this guy up here, and I'm going to turn it counterclockwise, which would be in this direction right here. And we're just going to keep moving this around right here, this little 12th piece right here. Okay, I got to slide it in there just a little bit more. Okay, and we're just going to keep doing that. Oops, I grabbed the circle on accident. And so anyways, it's going to go right there, and then we're going to trace that little thing in there, and we're going to label that also. Okay, so that's going to give us 3/12ths right there. Okay, and then so continue doing this until we reach the shaded angle. So I'm going to put this guy again right here, and then I put it right here, and then right here, and just keep going around until we get all the way around there. All right, so it's asking us what figure is formed by by turning and tracing the fractional piece? Well, it's going to make a whole circle here. We'll find out. So here I traced it again. There's 4/12. There's 5/12. And now I'm just going to do the rest of the circle right there. There's 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12. Here's 11/12. Here's 12/12. 12/12 gave us one entire circle right there. So what figure is formed by doing all of that? A circle is formed right there, okay? So how many times do we need to turn the 1/12 piece to make the full circle? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12. We had to do 12 of them right there, okay? So we had to do that 12 times right there. And how many angles come together in the center of the circle? Well, how many angles are right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 angles in there, okay? So let's see, what else do I have? Whoop, I didn't want to do that. That video froze on me, so I had to fix that right there. So there were, my program freezes on me every now and then, so I had to make a whole new flip chart. So how many angles together were formed? There were 12 different angles. These little angles right here. Here's 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angle, 4 angle, 5 angle, and so on right there, okay? So let's compare, you guys. So here's 4th size pieces of a circle. Over here we have 12th size pieces of a circle, and over here we have 4th size pieces of a circle. Here's 1/4, here's 2/4, here's 3/4, here's 4/4. Okay? If you're eating pie, I'd rather have one of these pies over here than one of these pies right here, because these pies are a little bit smaller right here. Okay? So let's compare the size of the angle formed by a 12th size piece and the size formed by a 4th size piece. Okay, well here's a 4th size piece right here, and if I could just slide this right up in there, that 4th size piece would go right up there. Can you see that 4th size piece takes up, looks like 3 of the 12ths right there. So it took up 1, 2, 3/12 of them right there. Does that make sense, you guys? So the size of the angle formed by the 1/4 piece is 3 times as large as the size of the angle formed by the 1/12 piece right there. Okay, so let's synthesize here, you guys. So describe the relationship between the size of the fraction pieces and the number of turns it takes to make a whole circle. Okay, so look at the size of these ones. These are 1/12. These sizes are much smaller. Can you see it takes more turns of a piece of pie right here to make the whole circle than it does right here? This only takes 4 pieces. Sorry, my dogs are barking at the neighbor's dogs right there. So the smaller the fraction piece, the more turns it will take to make the whole circle. So here it took 12 turns to make the whole circle, and the bigger the fraction piece, it takes less turns. This only took 4 turns of the circle. Okay? Alright, you guys, I hope that video helped, and take care.